Hello everyone, thank you for joining us once again on the channel. We'd like to say a very big welcome to every one of you. Now please do well to like, share and subscribe to our post. Now on today's report, we're bringing you this one that says transmission, upload of results, political parties, CSOs tackle Inec over public view of results. Now, the political parties and civil society groups are set to lock horns with the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, over the Commission's administrative decision not to allow for the real-time public view of results from polling units across the country during the 2023 general elections. Vanguard can authoritatively confirm. In fact, barring any scheduling issues, leadership of some political parties which were represented by the members of Inter-Party Advisory Council (IPAC), the Conference of United Political Parties (COP), and some leading CSOs in the electoral sphere are to meet with the leadership of Inec this week to seek clarification on some thorny issues bordering on how to ensure a free, fair and credible electioneering process in 2023. Whereas INEC has already issued its regulations and guidelines for the conduct of elections 2022, a three-part body of rules which states Part 1, elections and arrangement for their conduct; Part 2, the accreditation and voting procedure at elections; Part 3, the collation of election results and making of returns, as well as an added schedule, which is conducting elections during the COVID-19 pandemic and other health emergencies, to serve as the Holy Grail which would guide electoral officers during the 2023 general elections. There are a few concerns agitating the minds of political parties and the CSOs regarding one or two sections of the regulations. Now, already INEC has made it public that it would upload all results to the IREV, which is the INEC Results View portal. The issue at hand is whether it would allow members of the public to have real-time access to all results as they are being uploaded. Now, there is an actionable information available to Vanguard suggesting that INEC leadership has concluded plans not to allow for the real-time public access and view to results at the polling units. Now, as part of its directive principles of managing Nigeria's elections, the leadership of INEC is empowered to deploy, as it deems fit, every and any administrative step to ensure the free, fair and credible elections. Now, the administrative mechanism is for internal workings of the commission and is not usually open to or known by members of the public. Indeed, this present leadership of INEC, according to its rigorous arrival at its regulations and guidelines, as enunciated in its 2022 document, has made provisions for stringent steps pursuant to delivering on free, fair and credible elections next year. However, its proposed administrative decision to allow members of the public have real-time public view of results only after they have been collated at ward level is what the political parties and civil society groups are raising concerns about. One of the reasons this will not augur well, according to one of the leaders of the concerned group, is that if members of the public are not allowed to have access to real-time public view of the results as announced and uploaded at the polling unit level, which is the first step in the process, and it is also the point where the form ECA would be filled, signed and countersigned by the presiding electoral officer, as well as agents of the candidates and political parties present. Anything can happen at the Ward Collation Center. What is being proposed by INEC is that until its RATECs, which are the registration area technicians who are to assist ward collation officers at the ward collation centers, have made technical inputs, members of the public would not have access to real-time results from the polling units. The possible dangers in this approach is that Nigerians will have access to a secondary level result and not the first stage primary result from the polling unit, which the agents at that level have signed and agreed to. So INEC must tell Nigerians that it is not enough to assure us that the results will be uploaded. The assurance we want is that the result from the polling units should be uploaded and Nigerians must have real-time public view access. That is the only way to avoid any form of compromise at the ward level. Now, the late Basharun MKO Abiola's June 12, 1993 presidential election result victory appeared sealed because the so-called RATEX have the competency to deal with that, so that members of the public do not go down to town with those errors. Asked whether such a move would not be open to compromise in the intervening period between the polling units and ward level, as well as create doubts in the minds of those agents and people at the 176,846 polling units who have already heard and seen the results as pasted at the polling unit, the Inec source insisted that whatever is being done by the commission is to serve the best interest of the people of Nigeria. Results from every polling unit in the country were available to Abiola's situation room and therefore could not be tampered with at any ward or local government or state collation centers. Now, the party leaders and CSOs will be expecting Inec to give its words that members of the public will have real-time access to uploaded results from polling units across the countries. However, a very senior Inec official confided in Vanguard that what Inec is seeking to avoid is a situation where possible errors which may have occurred at the polling units and which may have escaped the eyes of those at that level will be put real-time for members of the public. The so-called RATEX have the competency to deal with that, so that members of the public do not go to town with those errors. Asked whether such a move will not be open to compromise in the intervening period between the polling units and ward level, as well as create doubts in the minds of those agents and people at the 176,846 polling units who have already heard and seen the results as pasted at the polling unit, the INEC source insisted that whatever is being done by the commission is to serve the best interest of the people of Nigeria. Well, that is it on the details of this report. We can see that the INEC is saying that whatever is going to be done is actually in the best interest of the Nigerian people, and that they would not be able to get real-time results from the polling unit until it's actually transferred to the World Coalition center. But we see that the political parties are fighting that Nigerians should be able to have real-time results directly from the polling unit, so that there won't be compromise maybe at the ward level. Well, we know that INEC, they are going to look into it, and we're waiting a word from them, and as more details come, we'll bring it your way. Well, until we come your way next time with more recent happenings around the country, do well to stay blessed and stay safe. Bye bye.